Hey, how's it going? Oh, I didn't do the thing. I'm sorry. Sorry. There you go. It's a very nice day out today. Minus the train. Not too bad. First, real nice day we've had all year, I'd say. Like, every level. We talked about building a thing to hang here to put tools in. I was going to use some of that pallet wood and scrap and all that other stuff, and I got looking at cut lists and this and that and the other and seeing what I was going to need, and then I thought, you know what? I'm not that ambitious, he says, standing out in a very ambitious project. So I went and bought one. This is the Work Pro. Not a sponsor. It's an operator's manual for how to operate the thing that has no moving parts. It's like operator's manual for a spoon. We got letters. Oh God, do we have letters? Look, so many letters they had to double sum up. I don't know why. Because we got the K, L, could have been M and N. Rubber mallet, a drill, an L square. I bought this so I didn't have to get all my tools out. So we're gonna assemble the thing, and it'll look like that when it's done. And right there would be ideal, which would mean I'd need to move that, which is fine. I just don't know where I'd move it to. And it ain't gonna stay there anyway. But, you can't really, I don't want to go up there because then you can't see what the hell's in it. I haven't taken the time to make all the little labels yet. I was gonna type them up, but then I thought a picture would be better. Just a picture of that. And I just haven't done it yet. Because, like I said, not ambitious. And that's just up there to get it off the floor. So that can move. That's hardly got anything in it. What else can I tell you about? Oh, I did find, again, looking at materials versus just outright buying the thing. I got a thing. So, went and did some looking. From there, where the wall stops, to there, where the wall stops, 89 inches. That's a hefty piece of real estate. And it's about, I don't know, 94 tall. So, again, hefty piece of real estate. So I did some shopping, and I found a couple of dressers. Well, I found a dresser. I'll get two of them. It's got 8 drawers in it. I'll get a picture, and I'll try and remember to put a picture on the video. But those will go on the bottom. Bloop, bloop, both of those. And then I looked, and I could not find another one of these shelves. So instead, I found some other shelves it's basically a single piece of that are 54 inches tall. They're 13 inches wide, and they're still, this is the kicker, that deep. A lot of them I can find are like bookshelf deep, which is like twice this. I don't want that. I want this. So priced out building a thing. It's kind of expensive. Not terribly, but kind of. And again, I don't have a table saw, and that would be handy for cutting a lot of this. So here's the thing. These two dressers on the bottom, 40 inches tall. Or excuse me. They're 40 inches across. They're 30 inches tall. So my 94 minus 30. And these shelves I found are 54 tall. So 30, 54 is less than 94. So they'll fit. Now if I do 40 and 40, I'll leave a little gap there, a little gap there. They'll just butt up against each other. And then all across the top will be these shelves. And I can get 6 of them, which is way more than enough. So that's what we're going to do eventually. The dressers are going to cost me, I think, about $160 for the both. And the shelves are going to be, the shelves are expensive. The shelves are like $60 a piece. So that'll be a longer time coming project, but I'll be able to get rid of this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and take a bunch of stuff out of that, and a bunch of stuff from out of here, and out of that red thing, and it'll all go right here, this whole wall. So imagine from about here, this is about the right height, maybe a little taller. We're going to have 16 drawers, various sizes, widths, heights, depths will all be the same. That's usually how that works. And then on top of that, so from here to there, probably right about under that logo, all the way across, we'll have this. Those I will screw to the wall and to each other. Make it very solid, very sturdy, very rigid. We'll do that on the ground, then we'll pick the whole thing up and put it up on top. That way there's no shenanigans, right? I think it'll be good. I think it'll be great. I think it'll be pretty much okay. And that's all you can really hope for. So I need to once again clean off the workbench, get this guy put together, figure out where the hell I'm going to put it. And while I do that, I'm going to be listening to This Is How You Simplify Baldur's Gate 3 by Sufjan. Sorry, probably pronounced your name wrong. I enjoy their videos very much. I think they have some of the quickest, best, funniest editing of all the This Is How You Don't players. And there's a lot of good ones. I just really appreciate his. And, not to break my own arm, patting myself on the back here, I challenged Mr. Sufjan here to do a video, just an episode, like just a short, like 20-30 minute thing of This Is How You Don't Play, using only clips from Neil Breen movies. And if you are familiar with Neil Breen movies, you know what you're in for. And this is the one he decided to do it on. And it's almost 3 hours. Buddy, you are... This is like God mode, man. God mode. So I super appreciate you doing that. I know you had this Baldur's Gate 3 thing planned for a while. If you guys aren't interested in this, don't worry about it. But, I mean, the man loves this game. He hates seeing somebody play it who's really just, like, going through the motions, like showing up, clocking in and clocking out, and not really taking anything from it. And I feel that way about some things. Myself, when it comes to our good buddy Phil. But yeah, he's what Sufjan here has done a little different from some of his other stuff is he's telling us his opinions on what is going on in the game and why the way Phil doing it is wrong, or not conducive to an entertaining experience for both he and his audience. Because Phil there, pro gamer Phil, what peak masculinity? What did what's his name say about onions? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. He is so screensaver. He is so terrified of making mistakes in that game. He doesn't make a decision unless his entire stream chat has basically voted on it. Like, not in an official poll kind of thing, but What do you guys think I should do? Should I cast Magic Missile or Fireball? What's going to be better? 3 minutes later. Well, I see a lot of people are saying Magic Missile is the way to go, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let me save first. Next turn. Okay, so should I have this person go and run over here and avoid the thing? Or should I have this person shoot an arrow? And why can't I do this? What happened to this? Where did my moves go? Why am I in single turn? What's going on? So, you know, things that should take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. But I'm assuming anything he is doing takes 3 times longer than it should. Because it's gaming by committee. Right? That's how Philly does it. He does, and it's not that he wants to be wrong. He doesn't want to screw up because he thinks it takes too long to keep redoing things. So he takes 4 times longer waiting for somebody to tell him, oh God, that's heavy, how to do things. What does that weigh? Well, it doesn't say. I thought it was supposed to say. Well, it's at least 25 pounds, I can tell you that. So, oh yeah. Dear Miller High Life, if you need somebody, just saying, sponsorship slots are open. Not a sponsor. Someday, maybe. Anyway, gonna do this. Gonna have this. Gonna do that. I'll be back with you when it's all assembled. All right. Not the most clear and concise instructions ever, but we are completed. Got some anchors that I won't be using. 1 extra of those. And a few of those. This needs 4 to hang on the wall, so minus those 4. You got an extra 4. Not too bad. But yeah, not the clearest of instructions. But, excuse me. Not terrible. We won. Was that damage over time? Quiet down. I don't care, Philip. So, yeah, not too bad. Down here, go things like this. Okay, you know, drills, drivers, things like that. Screwdrivers, pliers, little shelves over there. Not wholly sure what that's for. Yeah. I'll find a spot to hang it. And of course, sorry. Whole thing, 16 inches. So, you know, if you wanted to attach it to a stud, I mean, you can't. So even if you line that hole up, that other hole is only about 6 3/4 inches away. So I think that piece of OSB right there might be just big enough. If not, I'll have to go dig some scrap up. Some of that pallet wood would be great because it's long and I can go across. Just put 2 pieces, line the holes up, cut the pallet boards to the width of this so they're behind it. Yeah, pretty pleased with that. Very sturdy, very solid. Almost all of the holes lined up appropriately. We don't have any screws sticking out anywhere they're not supposed to be. They rounded off all the really sharp corners. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. They did send a little liar with it. So let's kind of see what other nonsense they're selling. Well, nothing there. A bag, I guess. Hand and power tools, tool storage and organization, garden tools and more. Well, if you wanted a pink drill, I got you covered there. Flashlights, office supplies, drinkware, and household items. You know, when you really just want a matching thermos and 3-hole punch, who are you going to call? Haushoff. And then mossy oak, which is overly priced nonsense. I think Everbright I've heard about. I don't know much about them. I know I don't have anything from Everbright or any of that other stuff. But yeah, nope. Pretty pleased with this. I don't know. Probably took me 20 minutes, half an hour, and most of that was going through the directions. Like, what the hell are you trying to get me to do? These are sloped. I don't know if you can see. Looking at them, I can get you there from the side. They angle in. So I put 2 of them together. I'm like, nope, that's wrong. Got to take them apart. And while everything is labeled in the book, there's not like a sticker that says A, B, C, whatever. Would have been nice. It's all right. Not too bad, though. Not too bad. This will help kind of clean up and organize a bit. This bag, I bought this bag at a thrift store because I wanted like $5 for it. And it's a decent enough bag. It's done the Lord's work out here. I can tell you that. But I always find myself just using it as a toolbox. Like the toolbox. You know, weird, right? Oh, I haven't even had any of my Miller High Life. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to neglect you. So, I don't need that and those and this. So, we're gonna... If I keep anything, I'm keeping that. Because this is old school Craftsman. This thing is probably older than me. So we're keeping that for sure. Plus I put my Bastion sticker on it. And I put my stickers on it, you know. Those 2, the blue one's all electrical stuff. The orange one's all guitar fixing stuff. This is just general tools. So a lot of these can go on there. This is nice when I'm going like under my house or something. But I've got a bucket bib. And I've got buckets all over the place. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something though. I'll tell you that for sure. Okay. So I'm going to figure out what I'm doing with that. I'm going to clean up a little bit. Because ladies and gentlemen, I think I might try and stream out here tonight. I think I might. I don't know for sure. But I think I might. We'll see. So, thank you for joining me. If you attend the stream, if it happens, hope you had a good time. If not, hey, you know, that's cool. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everybody's fine. See you next time. Greetings, my people. There's your wherefore and your why. There's a Felix right there. As per usual, ruining the day for everybody involved. Been cutting some wood. Because we got a wall now. Screwing it was not the most pretty of ideas. I don't care. So this stuff is called True Wood. It's an engineered lumber material. So you can come at it from the side here. It's kind of an MDF type thing. But I like the texture and I like the color. This is it. It's just bare like this. This is how it comes out of the box. And it's pretty much what we're going to do. So to do this wall, which was 2 sheets, I bought an extra 2x4 to put down there. One to put right there. And I needed some razors. There you go. I can't find these. My usual go-to, but the lumberyard has them. These go in my knife, which is somewhere. Anyway, all that was $50. And when I talked to them the first time, they told me this stuff was 30 something a sheet. So I was expecting for 2 sheets plus all my other stuff closer to like 80. So I don't know where my receipt went. I think I threw it away because I didn't think I needed it. Is that it? That might be it. Anyway, pretty light. I wish it was just a little bit thicker, but it's not too bad. If you're into this kind of thing, True Wood comes in a variety of finishes and etc. Yeah, here we go. So these 2 sheets he only charged me for 1. Uh-oh. Better fix that. So, yeah, 2 sheets. $35 a sheet, so this should have been closer to the 80 I was thinking. But I'll go get them caught back up on that. That ain't nobody's fault. No big deal. Yeah, this is what we're going to do the whole thing in. This stuff. It's got a tongue and groove kind of thing. It's 49 inches wide as opposed to 48 because there's an inch here where it hangs over on itself. Yeah, real quick and easy. Cut it short, cut it narrow. Done. Yeah, so now just everything that I moved from here into there to make room to work out here, I need to move back. We're going to change this a little bit. You may notice I've got the lights a little higher. Got the battery thing a little different. This is a little different. I still don't think I'm going to be able to use all of my... They're not going here. All of those bins. If I drop this, I could put some bins below. If I raise it, I could put some bins above it. Vice versa. The battery thing... If I turn it so it's vertical, I could put... Because I don't need both of them. I just need the one. But I don't really want it in the way so much. So we're sitting on that for a little while yet. But a couple other things that have gone on. It's getting nice, so I had to turn the water back on. So I had to throw a plug in that elbow. There was some feed lines for the water heater down there. They're both capped. And there's a hole in the wall right there because I hit it with a hammer. Because I wanted to see just what we're working with here. And it's ain't much to it. So that'll go away eventually. Now all that's left is just clean up the mess I made everywhere. And got to record the podcast today. So we'll put that on the to-do list. Yeah. And I could paint this, and I've thought about doing it. I don't know what color I would paint it, if I want to paint it at all. So, I missed. There's 2 of them. I went right between them. It happens sometimes. Okay, so yeah, clean up. It's just about lunchtime too, so we'll see what happens with the rest of the day, folks. It's not much of an update, but it's an update. Me again. Same day as before. It's a little better. It ain't great. It's a little better. I still got a little more to do. But I had a thought. I know, it's terrifying. So I got this wall, right? And down there I've got a pair of speakers. And I hate the sound that comes out of one of those. But running it through this, while I've done it, there's a little tiny USB receiver right up there. This little guy right here. So phone, laptop, TV, whatever, into here. And it's coming out these Geminis. It's a little overkill. So I'm thinking those speakers. Because they're okay. I don't use them for gigs anymore. I use that one. That Samson right there. So I bought a pair of shelf brackets. We're going to attempt, I don't know when we'll do it for sure, but I'm thinking one here and one over here. So when we do this to that, what my plan is, so I got two monitors. They'll go here, and they're not going to be way up here. They're going to be down here. So I think this will get dropped and maybe scooted over a little bit. I've got this, ledge pretty much for the window, but the TV sits, 3 inches off the wall because of the mount. So it would fit over the top of this just fine. So it could come down fairly low and then put a speaker up there, put a speaker over there. Wouldn't be, oh my God, ideal true stereo, but it'd be pretty close. The other thing though, got those. I've also got a pair of reference monitors, studio monitors that I have on my desk in the office already, the one in the house. So I might just use those. And if not on the wall, could put them on each corner of the desk or something. I don't know yet. Just a thought. It's just a thought. The other thought I had, I need to start doing stuff in here before too long. Now we looked down here earlier where you got that plug in there. There's 1 water, 2 water. That should be cold and hot. But down there, right there, that's where the sink drained into. And I kind of want to plug that. So I went and bought one of these. But this is unfortunately 1.5 inches, and that needs 1.25 inches. And that is not under pressure, but that goes to the sewer. So it would be nice to have a working toilet out here. So this was just going to go in the hole and stop it. I could have just thrown some paper towels or something in there, but I wanted something a little more robust. And the way these work is you put them in, and as you tighten this down, there's I use the word rubber. It is not rubber, but there's this whole piece right here will compress as you squeeze. Tightening this pulls this up through here, which will put pressure on this piece. Which will cause it to expand and get wider. So you put this in the pipe. This sits up at the edge of the pipe. You tighten this down. It squeezes this, which makes that rubber bulge out. It's called a test plug. There's one out in the yard where we hit that water pipe. It's got one of these crammed in it and cranked down. I could have swore that was 1.5 inches, but it was not. Which is fine. I ain't too concerned about it. Yeah, I need to start considering getting some stuff done in here. I'd like to have this done before we start even trying to do like carpet and stuff in here, because that's gonna be a terrible idea. But I'm also not feeling all that ambitious right now. I had lunch, so now my drive is reduced significantly. That's how it goes. I've been thinking about this a little bit. I don't see any reason I can't just put one of them right there. I don't need 2 anymore. One's plenty. So that might be what we do. And then I'll have a second that I can go and put somewhere else. It's got these little clippy things that hold the 2 of them together. Up there. The power of H-shaped plastic, ladies and gentlemen. So I've altered this wall slightly. You've probably noticed I put the lights way up there because the way they were previously. Let me grab a thing. So my phone is at head height right now. The way they were previously, these were also at head height, but they also stuck out about 6 inches from the wall, which meant this would be like right there. Which is not great when you're trying to lean over and do some work. It's not very good. Didn't like that. So I moved that up. I've lost a little bit of shelving up here because what I was putting up there is now too tall to go up there. That's fine. I just put other crap up there. But this came up a little. That's there doing its thing. I think I kind of wanted it to go the other way. You know, vertical this way, but this didn't really help. And with the toolbox here, it would have came like way the hell up to here. So this kind of kept it a little better. Just a line. So I think we'll hang one of those up under the tool thing. Put our baskets in it. Excuse me. And then just some generic cleanup, I think, is all we really need to do. Guess I could hang this thing up. Could go under the battery thing, maybe. Or not. We just wait, because we'll have plenty of storage opportunity over there when we get around to doing that. Oh, I did, while I was out, stopped and paid for the other sheet of that. Kid's like, are you sure I only charged you for one? Yeah, I'm pretty positive. Because the total was this, and it should have been more like this. I was like, well, okay. Thanks for catching that. I said, no problem. So that's 7 feet worth of wall. We measured this when I was doing the thing for the dresser. Where did my paper go? Is that it? That might be it. 89 inches. 89. From there to there. So that's going to be 3 sheets to do that. Damn. Or 48. Because I'm like trying to add in over the top of the doors, and I shouldn't do that. I should just do that separate. But it's small enough it won't matter as much. We have 2. I'm trying to math and I'm tired. And I shouldn't be trying to math even when I'm not tired. This is all the crap that was left over. This is the stuff. Felix, what are you doing? You going over to see the chicken? This is the piece we cut off. And my saw blade was just not quite deep enough in that one spot. So, on one end, I said it's not exactly 48, it's 49. It's because of this. This is the tongue, which, if you look here, these two don't quite line up. That tongue is back here. It comes out to about that far. Sorry, about there. So this is sitting on top of this piece. If we do 9, I don't think that's right. I think that measurement was for something else. Because looking at it, it doesn't look right to me. Yeah, of course. Hold on. No, that's from the edge of that to the end of that. It's 89. So that's not quite 2 sheets again. It's a little less extra than this is extra. You know, if I was dumb, which means I'll probably do it, I'd cut this little the tongue off of there. And then I would take this piece and just cut it short and fill that in with it. It looks silly, but it might be worth doing. So when I cut it, think of my saw blade was like 1/8 of an inch too short. So I got it cut and then I had to just kind of fold it like you do with drywall. That's why that cut's not very safe and secure. I did use our thing for it because that's a long cut and I don't trust myself, and it worked great. Would absolutely, well, I will use it again when I do other things. Your saw sits on here. You screw it down with these, hold it in place. The way my saw lined up is my blade is in here. And then if you look up here, that's your cut line. Lined up with that just right. So I cut. These are 49 inches wide. I needed 37. So math, that's minus 12. So you push this and you scoot up down on your thing. So that's 0 up here. Put the little red line on the number 12, and you're cutting off 12 inches. This is very easy. Very easy. Glad I bought it. Glad I bought it. Worked really well in the long cut. I don't know that I'd need to buy the bigger one. I really don't. So this piece up here, we'll call it the foot, ran alongside this edge. And we came in 12 inches, and that's where the saw went. Yeah, worked really well. Still, comparing prices for the bigger jig that was $100 to a table saw, which I think the cheapest one I saw was like $130. I'd rather spend the $130 and get the damn table saw. Of course, it takes up a lot more room than that does. That's all right. I keep coming back in here because I kind of want to start, but I kind of don't at the same time. And thinking about it, I should have ran an extra line for electrical into here. And I could still do it. It wouldn't be difficult to do, really, while I still have access to everything. And I think I've even got enough wire to do it. Just come in off the top of the box and come up and over. And we can come through the ceiling and down. Or we can come onto this wall. This wall is stone, though. And come down. Because I get that fridge in here. Because we've talked about it a little bit. Bathtub's going away. Toilet will stay. Putting the sink back in it. But those will go on that wall. Which, it's an outside wall. Maybe not a great idea. I think it'll be fine in here, though. It's not ever going to get cold enough for water to freeze in here. Oh, damn it. I needed to get a new handle for the shutoff valve. I didn't do it. So we'll take the two things that will fill that wall and we'll put them against that wall. Sink and toilet. And then we'll knock this out till we get to the stone on the outside. Because I don't know how this is framed. Not well, it sounds like. We'll get rid of this. Keep this. Get as much of the guitar cases as we can in here, because there's still some stuff in here that needs to get sorted through and gone through, and a new home found for, and all that kind of stuff. But I would like to have, the fridge can go in here. I can put my air compressor in here. My vacuum cleaner can go in there. So just an outlet would be nice. I don't really need light because there's plenty of light. But yeah, so I got to think about that before we get too much more invested in this project, because the hole is right there. The hole that connects the two. So if I'm going to do it, that would be the best way to go about it. Knock this out, crawl up there, fish the line over and down, and then, put it wherever. This wall, probably not the best idea, but depending on what happens over here, this wall might be the better idea. I don't know. I don't want to know today. Today I want to take a nap. It was 57 in here when we came in this morning and just a little while ago. And since I've opened the door, we're up to 60. It's kind of nice. I could almost crack a window. I don't really want to. It's still going to be cold at night. So anyway, that's where we're at. I thank y'all for watching. Hope you're enjoying the videos still. I know they're not as involved as they used to be, but really, we got all the real big stuff done. I like it in here. It feels good in here. You know what I mean?